everybody, welcome back to Susan Lynn, Psychic Medium, and I'm going to do a quick video today to talk about some of the experiences that I have had with dealing with people from the other side. So what happens in my life, and everyone is different, right? Even if you're a budding medium, I promise you we all have different experiences. We all go about this in a different way because we're all unique people. But for me, I'm so wide open. Like honestly, as a kid, spirits and ghosts were a part of my everyday and every night existence, and that wasn't very cool. So I spent most of my time blocking it, right? So by the time I was in my mid 20s and 30s, I was really blocking it pretty good. It's an art. So I still do that because if I don't, we're surrounded by ghosts. You're surrounded by ghosts. If you go to the store, if you walk down the sidewalk, if you go to the park, obviously if you go to a cemetery or you go to a church, you're going to be surrounded by energies. Those energies may want to come home with you because you're a source of energy for them. They might like your energy. So anyway, I block these things. And so what happens is I have a friend who also has abilities, and she doesn't think she does, but she does. Between you and me, she does have abilities. Anyway, she will say things to me like, oh, I just came out of your garage to get something, and there's a boy in your garage. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you talking about? There's a boy in my garage. I mean, hello, who is he? What does he want? Is he lost? I mean, hello, why is a boy in my garage? She just says this and walks through the house like this is a normal thing you would say to someone. So I go to the garage, and I open the door, which is closed, and I look in the garage. It's, not a big garage, and there's nobody in there. There's no boy, there's no one. Besides that, the doors are all closed. I walk outside of the fence, I go in the back, I look all around. There's no person anywhere, boy or otherwise. So I go back inside and I say, what boy did you see? What are you talking about? Oh, it was a boy in overalls, and he didn't have a shirt on the way boys wear overalls with the straps, and they don't wear a shirt. And I'm thinking to myself, no, they don't. This is 2020. They don't. So that's when I clue in and I say, is this like a ghost boy or a real boy? Oh, no, it's a ghost boy. Hello, you could have told me from the beginning. We could have been down this road a lot faster. So then I can tune in because honestly, he's blocked, right? I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to see him. I don't need to communicate with him. I block. Literally, guys, I block. I'm like a person who's not a medium. I block. But once they're brought to my attention, I can deal with them, and I take a big sigh because honestly, these ghosts talk to me all the time. They're all looking for help. They're all looking for assistance. Believe me, I'm going to do a lot of videos because I have seen and experienced some crazy things. So anyway, this young boy with the overalls, barefoot, blue jean overalls, no shirt, as soon as I opened my mind's eye to that energy, there he was, like, oh, okay, there you are. His jean legs were rolled up, to about between his ankle and his knee, barefoot, white kid, hey, what's up? Like Opie or something. I mean, I just totally aged myself. You never heard that. Anyway, just a farm boy. Let's put it that way. And he's in my garage because he was polite and he didn't want to go in the house, right? I mean, he didn't, it's almost like you would enter someone's barn before you would enter their house. You would never, ever, from that era, and this is 30s and 40s, you would never just walk into somebody's house. I mean, that, obviously you're going to get shot. So you would enter into a barn or a stable or something like that as a way to say, hey, I'm here, I need something, right? So he needed something. He was lost. He was looking for his family. I mean, it's really sad, actually. He was looking for his family, who had crossed over, obviously, a long time ago. And he was basically just lost. He had a farm accident, and it was with a piece of kind of machinery he was showing me. But anyway, it was sudden, and he didn't cross over. You know, he just didn't go to the light. Many times they don't know they're dead. Okay, now when I first heard that, I was like, what? You know, but really and truly, a lot of times they don't know they're dead. I've had to argue with them before. But this young man, he was about 12 years old, a little tall for his age, you know, kind of tall and skinny, but big shoulders. Anyway, this is how well I can see them. I can see them so clearly. Anyway, he was lost, and I was able to cross him over, which is a whole nother video. I don't want to make these too long because, you know, we have other things to do with our lives. Anyway, to cross him over, basically, I ask, you know, energetically, that's what you're going to do. Just ask energetically for one of his family members or trusted friends or loved ones to come and get him. Because sometimes they don't cross over because the people that are their family members were abusive. I've had that happen where kids will not cross over because they don't want to go over there with their abusive parents or abusive family members. They don't feel safe. So they feel safer staying right here. And in that case, I have to go. I've brought teachers in to get them. I've brought very good friends in to get them. You know, you find somebody else that they feel safe with, right? So this young man, you know, I was able to bring his mom in and once she came in, and if you want to, if I could try to describe this visually, so I'm seeing this boy as if he exists in real life. That's how I see him, except for that he's in my garage, not in the 1930s garage. He's in my garage, but he's standing there, and his mom comes in. You know, actually, he's soaking wet. Now that I'm seeing this all over again, he's dripping wet. He must have drowned in the pond. The machine rolled over, or somehow or another. This is what happened. But he's dripping, and because as his mother sees him, if you can imagine a white veil, you know, a white foggy thing, right? And then you see it kind of parting out, and then somebody coming through it, you know, for a minute, and they usually don't. Their whole body doesn't come through, just like their upper half or something like that will come through. And there's the mom, and she's looking at him, and he's like, "Mama," you know. And the reason that all of a sudden I knew he was wet was because I heard her say, "My gosh, son, you're wet." You know what I mean? Like really, this could be happening in 1935 and everybody's still alive, right? But that's not the case. So she reaches out for him, and he goes to her immediately. They embrace, and whoop, they're gone. Now, they never look at me. Like, it's almost like I'm witnessing this as a bystander or a person who is not really there for whatever reason. I just watch it happen, and it happens. So that's pretty cool. So I think it's I love crossing people over because it's so rewarding, and I'm going to do a whole video on that because I've had the most amazing experiences crossing people over. The problem is that I don't really open myself up to ghosts very often because sometimes they don't want to just cross over. I would say actually 9 times out of 10, they don't want to cross over. 9 times out of 10, they don't want to cross over. They want you to do something. They want you to take them to the hospital. They want you to call the police. They want you to seek justice for their murder. They want you to help them in some way, you know, because they literally think that they're alive, and finally they found somebody who can see them and talk to them. And so you can imagine that if you've been waiting all these years and you've been trying to get people's attention, you know, maybe you have been knocking things off the counter, or maybe you have been making noise as much as you could, you know, trying to get somebody's attention, right? And now finally, you've got this person's attention, and she can hear you, and she can talk to you. Well, you know, you're not going to let go, right? You're going to like be like, you got to help me. And that's what happens. And so that's why I have to block, because I can't help them all. I just can't. So it's always funny when I'm with people that have abilities, but don't seem to get as bothered as I do. I mean, I think the difference is that they're just not as open as I am, and they have the ability to be open or be closed or whatever. I don't know, but for me, if I open even this much, it's like, you know, everybody's there, right? So anyway, I know this is a weird video. They're always rambling and make no sense, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to do more videos because I think it's an amazing, magical experience to be able to talk to people that have crossed over, to be able to talk to your family members that have crossed over, or just, you know, anybody. It's very healing, and it's kind of it seems like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, right, to talk to somebody who's crossed over and clear things up, or get closure, or even just find out that they know that you sold their house, and that's okay, right? Because sometimes we have things from them and we don't know what to do with them, right? It could be clothes, it could be you know, valuables, or it could be a house, and we don't know. Would our mom or dad want us to keep it, you know, or whatever? So it's nice to be able to talk to them and get that feedback, because believe me, they give it to you. It's usually good though. But anyway, it's great to talk to you guys. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, you got to do the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, pretend like you never saw it. And if you did like it, share it with your friends, because we know that everybody's interested in this ghost stuff, right? So you guys take care. You can learn more about me at Susan Lynn Psychic Medium, and SusanLynnMedium.com. You guys take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.